Good morning, everyone. Election day is here. So, as a trader, you want to pay attention to what's going on in the market because you want to see how a potential new president or just the presidency overall, how is that going to affect the market? So, that's what we're going to go over today. I have the live results right behind me, so you can stay updated, and we're going to be looking at how the United States dollar, along with other currencies, is being affected. So, let's get into it. So, here we have Dixie, DXY, which is the United States dollar. As you can see on the weekly time frame, that price broke down to the downside and is now retracing or consolidating to the upside. I had previously marked this up for our students. We were potentially looking at the downside move, which is how we capitalize off USDCAD, UCAD. So we saw price pulling back to our 100 EMA, retracing, and then pulling back for the downside. What we saw here was price was retracing down here. We had it marked up perfectly. It was beautiful from the beginning of October. Broke down to the downside, retraced, came back down, and pulled out sellers. Sellers are over here, and it came and just went after their stop losses. So you want to be able to pay attention and not execute off impulse. You want to execute with confidence. So what we're looking at here is we're seeing a reaction to our key zone, and potentially as a trader, your stop loss would be above this zone over here. So I'll just move this line up so everybody can see. Potentially your stop loss would be right here, correct? So if you have your stop loss over here, obviously they took it out. And then the next stop loss is going to be over here. So buyers are in and they're looking to come up here, and sellers are over here and their stop loss just got hit. So what we're looking at, people, is a unique time to be trading, not a unique time to become a trader. A unique time to be trading. You have to know when to step away from the market and just watch what's going on. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm going to go over some news just so you guys can get acclimated with what's going on. So we have Dixie, we have the United States dollar. Now let's go into just some regular news that I just typed in on Google. I typed in election and Forex. So it is election day in the United States, and the market is feeling more optimistic to get the day going. Is it now? As we can see this morning, price came back down, correct? So equities are rallying strong, building from gains yesterday, as we also see Treasuries sold off with 10-year yields rising to a 5-month high. Okay, European indices are pushing near 2% gains after a solid open while U.S. futures climb higher. So we're hopeful for our futures, foreign exchange currencies, they're rallying, and we have the economy that's waiting to be stabilized. There's a lot of websites that you could use to get your information on news that's going to affect currencies. One of the main famous ones is forexfactory.com. We like using this as well because we get to see the exact time that's coming out. We get to see the exact data and the forecast of it, how it's going to affect the currency. So all day, presidential election, the voters will elect the 46th president of the United States. The winner will likely be projected before the official vote count is announced based on early vote counts and exit polling. Okay. Now, we can see that there's no data. There's no data, no forecast for how this will affect. You don't have enough information to go over or enter a trade. So why would you enter a trade without all confirmations lining up for you? So wait, guys. Let's go back. I want to look at some charts. We have Dixie. We saw European indices, right? So let's look at EURUSD. We can see price played out of my zones, respected my zone over here. Price broke down, retraced to my area, and sold off. One thing I like to go over is you can compare currencies together in order to get a direction confirmation for a trade. So for instance, if the United States dollar is going up, that means secondary pairs such as EURUSD would be going down. It's a confirmation. It's not something that you should just solely, you don't want to solely base your trade off one confirmation. More confirmations means the more probable your trade will be. So always keep that in mind, folks. So we have EURUSD that retraced to our area. Contracts were gathered over here. Sellers came in. We have a breakout, a retest, and a beautiful sell to the upside. So even though the economy is stabilizing, there's still areas of opportunity where you could take a trade. You just have to know when to enter. Here we have our trades marked up beautifully. We have our zones marked up beautifully. We can see that price came to our area, broke out, retested, came down to the downside, Now, see how the indicator is not being respected on this time frame? This is the 4-hour time frame. What we're seeing here is another example of why you don't rely solely on indicators. You have to rely on price action. You have to rely on all your confirmations following suit and then execute. Now, zones are respected, price down to the downside. How much pips is this? We have, that was a good 200 pip trade. It's retracing now. Would I go in for a buy right now? Of course not. We just have price coming down to this area over here, respected our low, which would be our support, bouncing off of it, and buyers are induced. This definitely hits sellers' stop losses and profit. You want to be able to understand as well when to enter a trade. If your trade is already, like for instance here, we have a sell over here. I'm not selling now. You don't want to sell now because it's too late. The trade is already gone. It's already in profit. If you missed it, leave it alone and find the next one. That's another mentality that you need to master, not even just dabble into. You need to master that mentality, when to get in, when to get out, when to look at the chart, when to execute on a trade, and when to just stay away and watch the market. And all of those aspects, you're always learning. So I don't want to, what do I want to say with you guys? I don't want to make it seem like you're looking at this 24/7, because you're not. You have to know when to step away and just step back and like, okay, I'll come back to this later. Because it can get excruciating if you're a brand new trader. It could definitely intimidate you to like look at a trade and say to yourself, how am I supposed to understand this? Or why is it not following my way? Don't fall into the greed. Don't fall into the emotion. Separate yourself. This is all analytics. It's all about the analysis. So EURUSD, the team definitely ate off that. Let's look at another one. Let's look at UCAD. We called it a beautiful trade off UCAD. We were able to capitalize off the buy of this trade, came and respected our zone. We had price action on this area. Where's my loop? There we go. I want to show you guys so we don't use the eclipse so you don't lose your areas when you're going through time frames. So that was the 4-hour time frame. We're going to drop it down to a lower time frame. And this way we don't lose our area when we're going back and forth. So what we have here is price respecting our zone on UCAD. Price came down, respected it. We're looking at it over here. And 15-minute time frame, zoom out again. I really love that circle. Like it's so easy to keep track of where your trades are. It's so easy to follow what trades you want to enter, instead of just scrolling back and forth and seeing like, okay, where did I move my spot? So we have price came down, respected our area. I entered in right over here because it came respected, and then took off. We ate off this trade. I believe that was over 40 pips. Yep, 80 pips. Price came back down. We got out of that trade because you always want to respect your highs. And that's another thing. I'm smiling off that because that took a lot of people a long time to learn. Respect your highs. Don't get greedy. Respect your lows. Don't get greedy. So price came up to our high, immediately turned around, came down to the downside. We did close our trades, booked our profits, and went the other way. If you guys want to learn more on how to mark up your charts, please DM us at Forex with Finesse. That is also our website. Follow our YouTube channel at FX Finesse. And let us know in the comments what you guys need. Let us know what about this industry is so clouded. What do traders need to understand before getting into trading? Because I feel like a lot of people come into this industry, go right into it, and don't have enough knowledge, and they lose money and get discouraged, and then Forex gets a bad name. It shouldn't be that way. There's plenty of us out there. There's a lot of people who can learn off of this, and especially at post-pandemic, everybody needs a way to secure another income. We need to capitalize off of that. Beautiful trade off UCAD. This is the second buy that we caught up over here, where it has more confirmations, more volatility. You see that arrow, everybody? You see how it respected the 100 EMA? You see how it's oversold? You see how it's going up to the upside? We also have our price action. This is the 15-minute time frame. We can see that price broke out. It's the first breakout. Broke out, retested. We capitalized off it here, and it took off. Now, if you're just going to take the 100 EMA and another indicator to show you overbought, oversold, that is not how you trade either. There are way more things that go into executing a trade. It's not just, okay, if I get this indicator and I get this indicator and it tells me whether price is overbought or oversold. No, that is not how it's done. You have to tie in news. You have to tie in what's going on with that currency and that country, how it correlates. And it sounds like a lot, but it's not. If you're getting your hair done, They use a certain type of shampoo, a certain type of conditioner, a certain type of gel to get the look that you want, a certain type of dye to get the look that you want. All those things line up for a very happy customer. Same thing here. UCAD, beautiful trade. United States dollars playing out the way we wanted it to. We were able to capitalize off of it. And I can't wait to see what happens with this. And that's what all traders are excited for. Like, what is going on right now? We can see that UCAD came and respected our zone over here. Currently at 2:45, 3 o'clock in the morning, price came to our area and just dropped. It plummeted. Election is happening right now. Votes are being casted. Votes are being counted. What's going to happen? Like, we're double dutching. Nobody's personally trading today. I don't believe anybody's personally trading today. If they are, it's just they're hoping to catch the volatility, but it's too much of a chance. Like, the probability, you have to think of it that way. Like, what are the odds? And the odds of it is, it's not favorable. It doesn't seem like a very favorable trade to be able to take today. So let's look at another one, guys. We'll look at indices and currencies that are not United States. So let's look at EURGBP. We have, see, sideways, complete sideways. So I might not stay in this pair for quite some time because look, it's just up and down. This is called consolidation. It's just going left and right. It's choppy. We don't need that right now. So we can see with that. Let's see EURJPY. How's the yen doing? The yen is favoring. All right. So we have the 15-minute. Any zones are respected. Yep, came down to a low. Why did I say it came down to a low? Because we have this area right over here. We were actually looking at this trade for a buy as well, and we were able to capitalize off it. We have this area right here where it bounced off, came back, respected it, came to 100 EMA, started breaking through it, and just kept going. That trade would have given us, it's a 200 pip trade. Do you need the whole 200 pips? No, you just need a piece of it. And that's what we teach at Forex with Finesse. Guys, if you love our content, please like and share and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments how we can help you, help us, help you, help us. Looking forward to hearing from you guys and can't wait to see what happens with our new president. Until next time, I'm Sean Storm, one of the mentors at Forex with Finesse. Take care, everybody. Hey guys, if you like our content, click here for more, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel right here. Leave a comment and we'll make sure that we get back to you. Until next time, guys.